Are you ready to stand up and fight the right revolution? Are you ready to stand up and fight it just like a soldier? Maybe you were chosen. Yeah, you were chosen. You know that this world is going down. He is gonna bring it up all again. You have to choose which side you want to have the comparison. From the revolution, we cannot hear you tonight. Come on, sing it another fight. We will have another sing it tonight. Yes, Simon, hear me now. All the wars and the rumors are born in this generation. You know that this is exactly the way the Bible said they come out, but true. You know it's not to examine your situation, because you know we're living in the time of revelation. Hey, it is a fool that die when the way of our state is open. Only a fool that die when the state is still an option. So any time to take direction. Yeah, set it up on the celebration. You see this world is going down. We wanna bring it up all again. You want to choose which side you want to have, because very soon wanna be a revolution. Come on, let's sing that color tonight. Yeah, if you love, let's sing it tonight. Come on and sing it out loud tonight. Okay, stand up and clap your hands. You see you're running around there, you're picking it down, and you're kind of funny, and you're keeping it down, and you're standing tall, and you're having a ball. But not the sun shining on the rainbow ball, and the Bible says, don't you know that the Bible says, yeah. The Bible said this world is going down. It is that plan. It's the golden guy when the way of escape is open. Only a fool that die when escape is still an option. So, time to change direction. Listen to this dance like man, just in a time from the gender, from the nation. This body is going down. We wanna breathe up again. So choose tonight which side you're on, because every single gonna be a revolution. Come on, let's sing it out loud tonight. But I don't say nothing, we're singing out tonight. Yes, if you love me, run out the light. Come on and sing it again, we're gonna sing it down. You know we're gonna love. You can take your seat tonight. G'day. My name's Rod. And I was born in Sydney, Australia, mate. My mum was born in the island nation of Fiji. She grew up with a father that was an alcoholic. She was one of 6 kids. He was dead from alcohol in his mid-50s. My father was also born in Lautoka, Fiji. When he was 4 years old, his father went to work one day and just never, ever returned. And we live in this generation not only of no father or absent father, but fathers that are strangers, that are not around, and that are not fathers. It can mess kids up. I came along after my parents had migrated to Sydney, Australia, where they met and married in a Catholic church and in the Catholic faith. And like good Catholics, they were going to church every Sunday, but living their own way from Monday to Saturday. That's not Christianity. That's called churchianity. Churchianity is where you think, if I come to church, I'll go to heaven. Friend, listen to me. Saipan, hear me tonight. That is not Christianity. Christianity is not about coming to church to get to heaven. Christianity is about coming to Jesus to get to heaven. There's a big difference. Big difference. I came along in Sydney, Australia, the first of 4 kids, and by the time I was 3 years old, I was sent back to live for a portion of my infancy back in the islands, back in the village, learning the culture, learning the ways. By the time I entered high school, the example that was set before me and the course of my life was family comes first. Can anyone relate? That you can do whatever you want, Monday to Saturday, as long as you clock in for an hour on Sunday. I thought that that was Christianity. And I look back at how we thought we were right, but in fact we were so wrong. Can anyone relate to churchianity tonight?
Right.
What we needed was not another service. What we actually needed was a Saviour. The song's called Save Us. Inside of me, so nameless. Who will save us? Who will save us? When we were free, so shameless. We were 13 with a dream of by 23, we thought we were dangerous. Who will save us? Who will save us? Tell me, who will save us? At 83, will we be the same us? And when we leave us nameless, eternity waits patiently to take us. Who will save us? Who will save us? Who will save us? You
go into my high school years, and I hit the age of 14, and two radical, dramatic changes take place in my life. The first is that my parents completely stopped living churchianity and they start living genuine Christianity. Tripped the whole tribe out, let me tell you. Because they were performers, they were professional musos by night, they were involved in the whole party scene, and my dad was violent, my dad was party animal, doing all this stuff, my mum was a singer, doing all this stuff. All of a sudden they stopped that whole lifestyle, start following Jesus. Second change that took place is that at the age of 14, the life my parents had just stopped living, I began to live. 14, and I begin what quickly becomes a daily addiction to drink and drugs. I'm hanging around with the cousins, we're pushing each other from one boundary through another. Start doing these things. Listen, friend, when you start to drink something that stops you from being able to think straight, you drink more, sooner or later you can't see straight, you can't talk straight, you can't walk straight. And they describe someone in that condition as being under the... That influence is not only chemical, it's also spiritual. We moved to a coastal town and I start getting heavily involved in the beach and in the surfing culture. Again, it just fuels this whole lifestyle of drink and drugs, of breaking rules and boundaries. Here I am at the age of 16 and I became the lead singer of a professional working band and opened the doors to that lifestyle. Friend, listen. A physical relationship is not only physical, it's spiritual. We have a generation of kids that are going from one physical relationship to another. I'm wondering why they're so messed up in their head, so messed up and painful in their body, why they're suffering so much from one physical relationship to another. I'll tell you why, because it's not only physical, it's spiritual. By the time I'm 17, this becomes my life and my lifestyle. It's just another party, another performance, another girl, another drug, another high. And throughout this entire time, my parents had had this life-changing experience, and they kept talking to me about Calvary. Have you ever heard that word, Calvary? See, friend, Calvary is not only a location. Calvary is an event. The song I want to sing is called Calvary.
Ever died for us on Calvary?
only you could rescue me. I am all of you. Love so pure and true. I am all of you. Love so pure and true, and I never knew it. No, I never knew it. No, but it died for me on Calvary, and nothing can take me down. And I know too much about him, and nothing can take me down. And 'cause he died for me on Calvary. Yes, he died for me. He died, and I never knew it. Oh, no. I never knew it. Oh, no. But he died for me on Calvary, and nothing can take me down. Him. Know too much about him, and nothing can take me down. Him. 'Cause he died for me on Calvary. He died for me to set me free. Yeah. Oh, he died for me on Calvary. Yes, he died for me on Calvary. Thank you. So that was the path, that was the trajectory of my life. But all through that time, from the age of 14, I had been fascinated and drawn to the spiritual practices of my relatives, of my forefathers, of my ancestors. Started to travel to the islands to learn the ways of the voodoo and the witchcraft and the sorcery and the black magic that my relatives told me all these stories about. Again, understand this. There are some cultural practices and rituals that you and I will do, and they will not only be traditional, they will be spiritual. The trouble with spiritual doors is that when you open spiritual doors, you invite spiritual consequences. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? And this can turn you into a very angry young man. The other problem with spiritual doors, does anyone agree with this, that when you open one spiritual door, it always leads to another one? Start getting involved in martial arts and karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, ninjutsu, aikido, judo, kwon, taekwondo. Start getting involved in these different stuff, the practices of numerology and astrology. Start doing the deep breathing techniques and meditation techniques of yoga and tai chi. Friend, listen, yoga, think about this. They literally teach you to open the spiritual door of your life, they call them chakras, to invite the Kundalini spirit. Ask someone involved in yoga, what is the Kundalini spirit? And they will tell you directly, the snake power, the serpent spirit. Listen, you don't want to be inviting the snake power and the serpent spirit and that influence into your life. Tonight is the perfect night to cancel tomorrow's yoga class. I start getting involved in reggae music and in Rastafarianism. I end up becoming a professional Jamaican. You know what a Jamaican is? That's a fake Jamaican. I have my own radio show. When people are calling in, they think they're talking to some reggae DJ from Jamaica. They're talking to some island coconut from Sydney. Start my own band, my own reggae band. We immediately begin to have success. And again, this became my life, so involved in this whole culture of reggae and reggae music. Anybody want to hear some reggae music tonight? Let me say, yeah! Here we go. And you can move to the reggae beat. Yeah. Give you a little example of the reggae music start here tonight. Here we go. These days, everybody want their own way. Make everybody what they want to see. You know that everybody think that they the right way. And these days, all roads lead to truth. But there's no absolute. Because the absolute truth is that God loves you. So, like child, my man, keep burning there. Let the people see your fire burn, burn, burn. Oh, that child, my man, he come a burn there. Let the people see your fire shine, shine, shine. Hey, today is the perfect day for you to turn to a perfect way. For you to turn from the low way to his highway. And today if you will lift up your hand, today if you will make a right stand, you know today could be your very last chance. So that side of me, we come a burning me. Let the people see, let the tear fire burn, burn, burn. Oh, that side of me, come let the heat of God burn me. Come let the people see your fire shine, shine, shine. Oh, that side of me, he come and burn me. Lord, come and let the people see, let them see your fire burn, burn, burn. Oh, that side of me, come let the healing God burn me. Lord, come and let the sight man see, let them see your fire shine, shine, shine. Yes, Lord. All right. Check this out. I'm living the dream. I'm being paid to perform. I'm being paid to tell people's fortunes, to do psychic readings, to read people's palms. I'm involved in these martial arts. I'm full of violence and pride and perversion, arrogance. My friends are all telling me, man, you got it made. I begin a casual relationship with a woman that's still married to another man. That's called adultery, man. That's called adultery, baby. She had been married to a wife beater, to an addict, to a man involved in organised crime, and one day she literally watched him leave the house. She took her 4 and 2-year-old boys and fled for her life. We met through mutual friends. She started coming along to the gigs. We had this open relationship. So everything's going great. I can do what I want. She does what she wants. We've got the band. I've got the fighting. I've got all this stuff going on. All of a sudden, my sister's boyfriend becomes a full-on, born-again Christian and ruins everything. Because all of a sudden, me and my big circle of people start feeling really guilty about the life we're living and the sin we're involved in. So my sister's boyfriend just starts inviting us to these dorky Christian events. Like a dorky Christian movie, because most of them are. To like a dorky Christian concert. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Starts inviting us to these church services. Check this out. I'm with this woman in a relationship of adultery. We pull up in a parking lot. The 4 and 2-year-old sons, her sons are in the back, and we smoke a spliff and then go to church. We sit up the back and she sits on my lap. Welcome to pioneering. We start going along to these things, one event after another. But you know what the difference is? The difference is that my friend, who I'd known since we were kids, who had started going out with my sister, he had surrendered. We had not surrendered. Let me ask you tonight, what about you? Have you surrendered yourself to Jesus? Because so many people believe in him, but they don't follow him. What about you tonight, friend? Are you a believer or a follower? There is a big, big difference. Does anyone agree with me tonight? So for about 3 months we're doing this. Now, anybody want some more reggae music? Let me say yes, sir. So reggae. All right, here we go. Time and season, time and change. The season, the time, they becoming so strange. What they used to call a circle, now they call that square. What they used to call a table, now they call that chair. Everybody like, they're calling it the truth. Everyone's a humble, but them are so aloof. All the individual, they play the same game. They want to go see, be in the last chance. So open up your ear, open up your eye. Try to drop that evil that devil's disguise. Tell me you my friend, put down a margarine. You want to go see that believer in the world. Let's sing it out. Let's sing it. Let's sing it. To and from and knowledge will explore. That I hit a picture better than go where they could. The effect of common, the pestilence and plague. After beating out my brother after dozen years. Children, don't take it with a rumor and a war. And adults of a people that don't come and give it straw. Big brother watching every move they make on the line. One government of religion, one mama sell a fight. So open up your ear, open up your eye. Try to drop that ego that he reach this night. Tell you my friend, put it down on my career. You want to come see. Wait a minute, last day. Be the last day. Come is the last day. You know it's last day. See, our time is almost gone, like a rope when it's break. We turn our back on God like a dog when it's here. The world seems sick and got by walking in the tears. The bicycle let catch up, put your seat back in there. Get on your knee, not any wicked way. Could be your last chance as the pendulum swing. His mercy will stone you, His grace will abate. So get up on your feet, stand up.